everyone. Welcome to another episode of Eagle Review. Rochi, double blow on the weekend. We've gone down to Hawthorn, making it 0-2. Not a great start when you're shooting for top four, but you've taken a bit of a tumble as well, mate.
Big blow, mate. Big blow. I'm out for 4 weeks. Devastating. But at least our boys get back on track this week, and I can't.
That's right, taking on Melbourne at the MCG. Just one of 2 times we'll be going there this year. Everyone's saying it's a great time to get Melbourne when you haven't started too well, so they're coming off a 148-point belting. JK very quick to put an end to that conversation.
No games can guarantee, unless they don't rock up. So it's always a challenge, no matter who you play. And we haven't won a game this year; they haven't won a game, so we're pretty much in the same boat at the moment. So we're travelling away, and it's going to be a good test for us.
And it's tough news for fourth-year utility Brad Shepherd, going down with a shoulder injury on the weekend with this heavy bump delivered by Luke Hodge. Many predicting this to be his breakout season, so very tough news that he's going to miss the next 2 to 3 weeks. Thomas Roach?
Yes, no good for Shepherd all, but it showed he's pretty tough. I mean, he kept playing. Most people would have come off the ground. It just shows he's very desperate to put on that Eagles jumper. So good effort, Shep, and we'll see in a few weeks' time.
Could see him in even less than that, Roachy. The West Coast physio department in sparkling form right now. Mark Lacroix's going to miss 1 game with his fractured forearm. Been named this weekend. Can you believe that?
Yeah, they put him in the team sheet as Wolverine. Healing powers. Unbelievable stuff. I couldn't believe it. 1 week, he's back. What a chance.
Senior coach John Worsfold talks about how close he even came to playing last week against the Hawks. Get out of here!
He was doing ball work, marking on a lead flat out last week. So I've got no doubt he was tempted to put himself up to play last week.
Yeah, tough effort from Lecker getting back so soon, but according to Woosh, it was nothing.
Oh, we definitely came back quicker than that. Yeah, definitely.
After minor knee surgery in the off-season, 29-year-old premiership midfielder and multiple runner-up Brownlow medalist Daniel Kerr is back into the team. Roachy, good news.
Great result. He's back, and we need him. He's hard. His first game back on the weekend, he had 23 touches and dominated in the third quarter before fading out a little bit in the last quarter. It'll be great to see him back for the Eagles.
Veteran ruckman and BFF Dean Cox says, while it's great to have him back for this week, I think the long-term result is great for this side.
But yeah, the sooner he gets back and the sooner he's back fit and match fit is going to be a huge asset for the footy club.
From a couple of club icons to an up-and-comer, young 23-year-old developing ruckman Cal Sinclair played his debut game on the weekend. Excellent story against the Hawks. Roachy, probably not going to get in the umpires' votes, but you've got to be happy with that.
No, he was very good to start off with. He's played his footy at Port Melbourne in the VFL before trying his luck in the Waffle, and he played some really good footy with Subi last year. And look, he's done well to get on the list, and he's got his first game, and I thought it was a pretty solid debut. He had 6 touches, 4 marks, and a great quality running goal. So good to see a good start from Sinclair.
It was a good goal. Senior coach had these words to say about the debutant post-match.
He was good, I thought, for his first game. He hasn't done a massive amount of ruck work, so it was a big test for him against Hale and Bailey when he was in the ruck. And he's a bit short, got plenty of room for improvement there. But some of the other things he did, I thought he moved well and looked like he was a threat up forward for the few times we went in there to him.
Look, I don't think anyone's shying away that it was a disappointing effort over the weekend from the boys, but I think the midfield did step up massively from that Fremantle game. Chris Marston probably led the way with one of his best games for a while. He had it 33 times. I think setting himself for a real massive year. He's one of the fittest going around the club, added some good bulk. Expect him to cruise along very nicely in these next 7 weeks, Roachy.
Yes, mate, but if you're going to talk midfielders, we want to talk about midfielders. Right, he had 26 touches and he's had 16 clearances. Now, that's unbelievable. And he, don't forget, was getting tagged by Sully in the first 2 quarters, so great effort.
I think a couple of the forwards can hold their heads up high. Josh Hill, very good in that third term, but showed plenty of skill out in the park with 12 disposals, 3 goals, and JK, when you kick 5 straight, I'm probably going to give you a plug on this show. But it's great to see JK come back fit, firing, and ready to go, and he had these words to say about how his body's feeling at the moment.
Yeah, no, everything's feeling good. The foot's settled down heaps since last year, so I was able to do a lot of the pre-season and do most of the training and get me touched back up to where I want it to be, so it's been good.
Magic moment time. Got a couple of belters. Mine was definitely Jack Darling's effort in the second quarter. Ended up tackling Isaac Smith. Had a second effort involved here where he's absolutely crunched Guerra, resulting in the turnover, and Embly's gone on to kick the goal as the result. And I think this really did spark the comeback trail and then got Eagles back in the game. In fact, speaking of comeback trails, Jack Darling was asked why that momentum in the third quarter probably didn't carry over to the fourth.
I don't know, maybe 3/4 time.
Yes, well put, Jack. Good call, mate. Now, my magic moment, Shannon Hearn. He-Man. Big man, all right. Showed a little bit of strength on the weekend. He got tackled here, still hit a target inside 50. This one, Buddy's tried to run through him, 100 kilo, very fast, big man. Didn't even feel it.
Oh, did something hit me?
No.
Didn't even notice.
No, didn't notice it at all. So he's a big, strong man.
Thought it was a strong breeze at Patterson Stadium, how well Bill Bunger is at the moment. Look, moving away from the footy field a bit, I'm sure everyone's heard about Will Schofield. He's chopping off the beard. ZZ Top is gone, mate. He's raising a bit of money for Mino Hair Day next Wednesday, so if you want to donate, just head to the West Coast website and get up to, what is it, 5K?
Yeah, he wants 5K, so it'd be a big ask, but I think he could get it.
Any idea why he's getting rid of it?
No.
I'm sick of the jealousy that I'm receiving from other men. When I walk down the street, they look at my beard, they think themselves, their girlfriend would love it. I'm sick of that.
Well, I don't know about that, but what the beard says goes. Let's have a look at the teams for this Saturday. Big ins, of course, Lecker, Kerr. Not too shabby. Outs, Brad Dalziel, the unlucky one, omitted, and was the sub last week, of course, and Brad Shepherd, as we've touched on. Roachy, probably not going to be jam-packed to the rafters this Saturday at the G, but a lot of areas improvement for West Coast. You got a match winner for me?
I do. Comes from our midfield. I think Luke Shuey's really important this week. We need him to get back to kicking goals from the midfield. I reckon he might kick 2 or 3 this week, have it 25, 30 times. It's going to be my dream team captain, so look out this week. Also, mate, we have to get more inside 50s from our boys in the midfield. Last year we averaged 53. This year, 37. They just need to take on some advice from Woosha.
Boot it. As hard as you can.
Good advice there, Woosh. I'm going to lock in Dean Cox as my match winner. The big fella has had a lot more ruck responsibility, as we're all aware. He's going to 20 more ruck stoppages a game, which is massive for the bloke going into his veteran year. But there's been a lot of media attention on him that he hasn't started the year as well as he'd hoped. I think he's going to set himself a big one against Mark Jamar, who is good competition, and I think he's going to shoulder the extra responsibility with class as he's done all his career.
Yes, mate. And speaking of Coxie, have you seen how he's been going on the Channel 9 tipping comp?
No.
Mate, he's killing it, and that's because he's tipping against us. All right, have a look at this.
That's poor. Absolutely poor from Coxie there.
Shocking.
Speaking of shocking, the numbers for this show, mate, what's been happening? They're diving.
Tell me about it, mate. I watched it 400 times. That means out of all our viewers, right, we're pretty low. I don't know. I think we're lower than Fitzroy's membership in the 90s at the moment.
Wow.
Sorry, Fitzroy.
That's cheap.
Nah, just
Lower than your disposal rate on the weekend.
did my knee.
Yeah, no excuses here, mate, on the review. Stiff.
Who Roodle next review? What are you talking about?
It's a bit low, isn't it?
Yeah. Flat.